The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, my friends and luxury consultants all over the world. Tonight, this is Sebastian Jimenez, and I have the absolute pleasure and privilege of hosting tonight's Fast Start training. And I gotta admit, this is one of my favorite calls. And for a lot of you who just got started with us, or perhaps those of you who have been with us for a while, tonight is one of my favorite calls, and I think it'll be one of your favorite calls because it's going to be filled with basically putting money and rewards into your pocket and into your life. And I am super excited for this call because I have, like I said, the privilege of hosting tonight's call. And tonight's trainer is someone who I think is going to just absolutely do a fantastic job, and her name is Solange Alexander. And I want to share with you a little bit about Solange so that you can understand a little bit about her story, where she's coming from. So, Solange will be training tonight's Launchpad is a St. Lucian who has been living in Canada for the past 3 years. So, she was born and raised in St. Lucia and now resides in Canada. And her passion, what really lights her up is helping others and making a difference in their lives through GWT. Solange saw this opportunity in November of 2013 from a family member. And Solange, who was career focused at the time, got started right away. And the reason she got started right away was because of the possibility of freedom she wanted to create in her life. And she realized that although there might be some good jobs, quote unquote, this was going to provide her with access to living the life she loves and the life of her dreams. So Solange decided to take control of her financial future and really decided it was time to plug in and learn more about the company and opportunity. So when Solange really ramped up her business was in January of 2015. This is when she really started to build her business in a more consistent way and really focused on the process of building in GWT. So since then, Solange has actually launched 17 virtual designer malls, and now that distribution channel has really grown to over 57 plus and counting in over 9 countries, which is absolutely incredible. She has also been featured on Night of the Stars and has now been able to get to the diplomat level, which is the exclusive CDSC club. And she has been enjoying payouts, commission payouts for the past few months, and is determined, absolutely determined, to going full time in the next 12 months. And she was actually off sick today, and that did not stop her from doing this call tonight. So, lastly, Solange is really a people person. She really wants to help others, and she really wants to better the quality of people's lives. So, without further ado, I'm going to see if we have Solange on the line. So, let me just check. Solange, do we have you on the call?
Hi, Sebastian. Yes, I am on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, and I know we have many, many excited people from all over the world, really excited and eager to hear from your training tonight. So I'm going to mute myself, and the call is going to be yours.
Well, thank you so much, Sebastian, for that warm introduction. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, GWT family, wherever you are in the world. It is my honor and privilege to share with you this training this evening, a training which I definitely see as the roadmap to success, our business plan, and really a guide on how we can get to the top. And so it is my honor to present the Launchpad, where you can experience the endless rewards with global wealth trade. The journey to the top starts at the diamond level, and we do have one first and foremost way in getting to the diamonds, achieving diamond status, and that is with the Diamond Rush promotion. So start as a diamond VDM, which we consider to be the ideal package. And why? because it maximizes your earning potential by as much as 10 times, as well as increasing your buying power by as much as 40%. Now, there are 5 ways in which you can achieve this diamond status using the Diamond Rush promotion. And let's take a look at those 5 ways. The first way, of course, is to start as a diamond and launch your VDM for 3,500 Canadian dollars. And that instantly allows you to achieve diamond status. Then if you're not able to do that, again with the philosophy of no member left behind, we understand that not everyone may be able to start at the diamond package. So if you start at the gold package for $1,800, if you are able to launch 2 virtual designer malls within your first 30 days, but they must be at least silver, that gets you to the diamond level. So I'll just repeat that. So you can achieve diamond status in your first 30 days if you are at the gold level and you can bring in 2 new LCs from silver or above. The same holds for the Plankston level at $900. You can also achieve the diamond status again within your first 30 days by launching 4 VDMs from silver and above. At the silver level for $560, you can also launch 6 VDMs within your first 30 days, that way achieving the diamond status. And finally, retailer level, you're not left out, at $169, you can also achieve diamond status within your first 30 days by launching 8 VDMs at least silver or above. So again, no member left behind. We ensure that everybody gets the opportunity to achieve the diamond status. But remember, this has to be done within your first 30 days. We move on to the Diamond Challenge IA bonus. Now, what is that? It means that achieve diamond within your first 30 days from the join date and receive up to 1,000 in retail bonus products. Now, bonus products are important for us. We are in the fashion business, and like the CEO says, your products are your business card from across the room. We have to be a product of the product. So bonus products are always a good thing in this business. So whenever you get the opportunity to get bonus products, you want to take advantage of that. So let's take a look at this. So with the diamond package, where you launch instantly as a diamond, you can get up to 5,000 retail value of products. But not only 5,000, but you can also get the additional 1,000 in retail value of products, bringing that to a total of $6,000. Now, how incredible is that? Then at the gold level, you can also get your 1,925 in retail value of products. At the Plankston level, up to 838 retail value of products. At the silver level, up to 585 retail value of products. At the retailer level, of course, there are no products. What's even more amazing, though, is that you can also trade up either at the silver level, the Plankston, or the gold level. You can actually trade up or pay the difference to diamond and also qualify for the 1,000 in bonus products. But again, that has to be done within your first 30 days of your join date. So that is important to keep in mind if you are at any of these packages and thinking about upgrading. Now, once you've reached the diamond status, your next goal is to get into the elite of the CDSC. Now, what is the CDSC? The CDSC stands for Corps Diplomatique School of Excellence. This is the emerging elite group of leaders who have taken their business seriously and have gone above and beyond to ensure their success. Members of this exclusive elite group have privileges that are not available to all members of GWT. So we are now going to get a sneak peek into the incentives and bonuses that are available for consultants in the CDSC. To begin with, become a diplomat and qualify for a shopping spree. Again, giving you more products to market your business and, of course, to create retail sales. How do you qualify to become a diplomat? By launching 3 diamond VDMs, and that instantly gets you to the diplomat level. But again, remember, you need to be at the diamond level yourself in order to qualify to become a diplomat in this case, okay? Now, there is a Diamond Challenge Reward Program. Achieve the diplomat class within the first 30 days of your launch date and receive up to 2,000 in retail. That again is your shopping spree. Now, this is totally achievable, and many people have done it in their first 30 days. I know my business partner, Chrisia Dolce from St. Lucia, achieved this in her first 30 days, and that shopping spree was very beneficial to her. It actually helped with retail sales last year, November, I believe, which really helped her for the Christmas, of course. So in addition to that, you are awarded a pin, and which you can wear proudly, and a certificate. Okay, so if you're not yet at the diplomat level, you want to think of how you're going to get to that level. Moving on, you can become an ambassador and qualify for an ambassador's cruise. Now, this is a very new promotion. It has many people excited, including myself, because I am so focused at this point on getting on that cruise. Even more, a few weekends ago, we had our product development and innovation conference, and we learned of the actual date for this cruise, which is April 11, 2016. So I am definitely looking forward to that. And how do you become an ambassador? Well, launch 10 virtual designer malls. So now you have 10 LCs, and you help 3 of them become diplomats. So 10 LCs help 3 become diplomats, and that gets you on the cruise. The Ambassador Challenge Rewards Program, how do you qualify? If you can achieve ambassador status within your first 30 days from your joint date and receive up to 10,000 in retail shopping spree, not just that, but you also qualify for the ambassador's cruise. Of course, you are awarded with a pin, a golf shirt, and certificate, and you receive your cruise poster, which you can use for marketing your business and also for, of course, showing your achievements. And I saw our Ambassador Arthur Anthony last week on his trip back to St. Lucia from Grenada, displaying his ambassador's cruise passport. So I'm sure that definitely generated some leads for him and for his business. Next, you can become a regional ambassador and qualify for an exotic vacation. Now, many of the regional ambassadors speak about this trip, and they've been talking about it, you know, the butler service and so on, and it's something that you definitely want your eyes on. So how do you qualify for this? You launch 16 personally enrolled VDMs. So now you have 16 LCs that you've brought into this business, and they need to be on the required inventory account for 6 months. So they need to be on the appropriate IA for the package for 6 months. Now, if you're not sure what that is, please contact your upline, your My5, or whoever invited you on this call. Help one of your team reach the status of ambassador. You earn an average of 5,000 in binary commissions per month for at least 3 months to qualify, and you have 50,000 in group volume per month. Again, for more information about the binary commission and group volume, if you're not sure what that is, contact your upline, your My5, or whoever invited you on this call. The rewards at the regional ambassador level, well, you qualify for the annual regional ambassador exotic vacation. It's an all-inclusive FF 5-star luxury resort with the executive team and other qualifying RAs. You get awarded with a pin, shirt, and certificate, and of course, recognition on our corporate social media pages, again receiving your vacation poster. Then you want to advance into national ambassador. And how do you become a national ambassador, and how do you qualify? Well, you launch 32 personally enrolled VDMs. So you have 32 LCs, and they have to meet the required IA for 6 months consecutively. You help one member of your team reach the status of regional ambassador. You earn an average of 10,000 in binary commissions per month for the last 3 months to qualify, and you have 250,000 in group volume per month. Now, what are the rewards of this? Well, a luxury car. You qualify for the luxury car promotion. So you can drive away in a BMW, Mercedes, Audi, Lexus, Cadillac, or Porsche. for 18 months, prepaid, all prepaid by the company. You get awarded a genuine gold pin, the shirt, and certificate. You have recognition on the corporate social media pages, and you receive your luxury car poster. Once you've qualified for National Ambassador, your next step is to become a Global Ambassador and qualify for an exotic car. Now, it was a little interesting earlier on this year at the Forensic Networker training when 3 of our 4 national ambassadors were on stage deciding and sort of vying, starting that healthy competition as to who would get to the global ambassador level first. So it's definitely something we are all looking out for. Now, every one of us can achieve this. And how do we achieve this? How do you qualify? Launch 64 personally enrolled VDMs, so 64 LCs, meeting their required IA for 12 months consecutively. Help one of your team reach the status of national ambassador. You are earning an average of 20,000 in binary commissions per month for the last 3 months to qualify, and you have a million in group volume per month. And what are the rewards? Well, you not only have the luxury car that you qualified for previously, but you now qualify for an exotic car program. You can drive away in a Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, or Bentley for 18 months again, all prepaid by the company. Again, you get awarded with a genuine gold pin, a shirt and certificate, recognition on the corporate social media pages, and you receive your exotic car poster. So how cool is all of that? Now, we have some past CDSC qualifiers here, and from left to right, we have our National Ambassador Renee Liao and his wife. We have, I believe that is our CEO, Ramin Misgallo. We have our Regional Ambassador, Sean Haynes, Regional Ambassador, Sherry Zhao, National Ambassador, Reza Misgallo, and Regional Ambassador, Leo Skill. I believe that's who's at the end there. Of course, they are all jumping for joy, enjoying that amazing trip. I mean, if I was them, I would be jumping for joy too, and this could be you as well. And we get a little sneak peek into some of what they participated in. You know, bottom left, we have them, you know, enjoying fine dining. Top left, of course, going on an excursion. Top right, we have our National Ambassador, Rene Liao, you know, showing off his ride. And of course, the bottom left, we have all our ambassadors who qualified for the ambassadors cruise, and that was at our Forensic Networker training program. So there are definitely incentives, and it's a great incentive program. But becoming a member of the CDSC is not just about incentives, but it also really changes your life. It really creates that leader in you, and you know, it gives your team something to look forward to. It inspires your team. It motivates your team. So it's definitely important to start setting those targets if you have not set your targets as yet. It's important to start setting your targets for when you want to get to the ambassador, to the regional ambassador, national ambassador, diplomat level, when you want to get into the CDSC. So it's really, really important to start target setting. Now, speaking of targets and target setting, whilst we have the opportunity, you know, we have a plan laid out for us in terms of how we can get, you know, to the next level. You know, we also have to focus on what it is, what actions we need to take in order to actually get to those levels. So we will now look at the next 30 days action plan. Now, whether or not you've been in this business for 1 day, 1 year, you know, 1 month, today can be your day one if you'd like to start over, reset, press that reset button, start all over, and start today as your first 30 days. So for the next 30 days, this should be your action plan. Target one, of course, in 7 days, upgrade to Diamond VDM. Now, we've already spoken about that, the importance of bonus products, the importance of getting to Diamond, because that is what gets you, you know, gets you qualified to at least get started with the CDSC, to get into the diplomat level. The second target you want to think about is in your first 30 days becoming ambassador. And again, this is totally possible. It has been done by so many, by ambassadors, Stacey Renata in Australia, and so many other ambassadors have done this in their first 30 days. So you can certainly work on that, set that as your target. Now, as you prepare for launching your business, or as you're launching your business, it's important to have the company's information. So the company's phone number, the fax number, website, email address, the G-Line 24/7 number, the Facebook News Global World Trade Corporation page. You want to be on that page every single day. For me, I know last week I was on this page almost every minute of every day because I wanted to find out when the Posh Vibe collection was being released. So I was on this page, hovering over this page almost every minute of every day last week. So that's a page you want to, if you're not subscribed to it yet, go on to Facebook, add it on, get on there and follow what's happening. We have some great Facebook training. And for those of you who were not at the Forensic Networker training earlier this year, incredible training. You want to be on this page to get the training, get the information. We have some wonderful video tools on our YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to that channel as yet, I would advise you go on there, subscribe. Some amazing training, anything you can think of. The training is available, the tools are there. Then you want to get into the habit of connectivity and knowing about your company events. So we have our Sunday night trainings, 9:15 p.m., advanced training webinars. Of course, Tuesday night training, which we are on right now, which is our startup training webinar, which is great for new LCs, for all LCs who want to sort of get that, get back into the whole process and how to get to the top. The information is available on this Tuesday night training. Then we have monthly local and regional events. So you want to find out and know when your events are happening in your area. So when are your live tours? When are your boot camps? When are your, any regional events? Maybe, for example, we just had the product development and innovation conference. Were you at that conference? Was your team at that conference? If not, you want to ensure that you are attending these events. It's a great boost for not just for the team, but for yourself. Great way to learn more about the business and the opportunity that we have. Also, our annual international convention. Now, I know we are all super excited about this convention for next year, April 2016. It is our 10th anniversary convention, so we are all looking forward to that. Tickets are available in the back office. Also, for links for the events, the local events, you can always find links in the back office as well. Calendar, you can go to that and see what's happening. Okay, so with all that information now, you want to start really sitting and strategizing. And one of the important things in this business is the support that we get. So we are in a business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And again, that philosophy of no member left behind. Now, I have spoken to persons from other MLMs, and one of their major concerns, or one of their major, quarrels, I should say, is that they do not get the support. Now, we have the support available, so I implore you to use it with your My5 upline support team. So these are 5 qualified uplines which you are provided with. If you do not know who they are, I suggest that after this call, contact your upline and find out who your My5 are. Call them, introduce yourself to them, let them know who you are, let them know what your plans are, what your targets are, what your goals are, and how they can help. We are here to support you, so take full advantage of that support team. Next, we have my 3 important reasons why I joined GWT. This is the core, or I should say that this is going to be the core of what you do. This is what is going to drive you. Your 3 whys are totally, absolutely important. This is what will keep you going when things become tough, when you get those valleys. This is what is important. Now, the 3 whys can sometimes be a bit generic, and I just want to say a little bit on that. Sometimes we say, okay, we want financial freedom. There's nothing wrong with financial freedom, but make it specific to you, specific enough that is going to invoke some emotion. And like we say, your whys should make you cry. Think about the emotions, the things that make you happy, the things that, upset you, the things that disappoint you, and think about how specific you can make these whys so that when you need to refer to them, you have them there and they appeal to your core and they will get you going again. So spend some time. If you have your whys and you realize that your whys are not pushing you to that next level, then it is time to revisit those whys. Again, at forensic training earlier this year, I learned and understood that your whys can change, because things change in your life, circumstances change. So if those whys need a bit of a tweak, they need to be reviewed, go right ahead and do that. But ensure that you have those whys. Also, must have company tools. So you have some of the tools here. So we have prospecting cards. You want to ensure that you have prospecting cards, and again, some of them promote the business, some of them promote your products. So you choose which ones you want to give out there, to whom you want, and use those tools. We also have the lookbooks, both the fairy and the posh lookbooks, and I know that we have some new posh lookbooks out, because we have the new Posh 5 collection. If you don't know what I'm talking about, again, contact your upline. Also, we have the Forensic Networker kit and CDs. I find the CD of this is a very motivational piece, really gets you going, pumping, going again, and thinking about, doing this right. Okay, so here are a few pointers now that we want to take a closer look at. First of all, you launch your VDM and download your bid. If you have launched your VDM, or you're still a prospect and not launched your VDM, then it's time to get started, launch that VDM, and download your business in a file. No matter where you are in the world, you can get started with your business right away with the business in a file, because there is everything that you need to start your business. So take some time, get into the back office, go through the different tools there in your business in a file, learn them, understand them. If you have questions, again, get back to your upline. You also have your shopping spree from silver and above. You want to ensure that you take advantage of that shopping spree, because again, it is important to be a product of the product. How can you say that you get paid to wear something when you're not wearing it? So be a product of the product. Secondly, share with others. Number one is social media. So you want to at least 3 times a week post one of GWT's promotional flyers. There are dozens to choose from, and like I said earlier, some attract business and some attract VIP clients. So there are some available in the back office. Check it out, and you can also purchase them under the promotional materials tab. Okay, I personally love social media. I love Facebook. I try to post on Facebook as often as I can, maybe sometimes too much for some people, but you know what? I love it, and it has actually brought me quite a few leads, and persons, indicating their interest, wanting to know more. So social media is certainly a great tool to use. Then your email campaigns. Send out the introductory email to 5 candidates per day. You can do this early in the morning, at lunchtime, or bedtime, and conduct infinite follow-ups. So 5 a day equals 150 a month. That's 1,800 a year. And what that means, it's lots of sales, VDMs, and leads. So the numbers add up, people, okay? And thirdly, you want to share this with your family, friends, and close associates. Call them or visit them. Show them your products and any promotional material you have. I mean, think about it. If this opportunity is good enough for you, why would you not want to share it with your family and friends? If you saw something good in this, it's time to pick up the phone and call them. We always use the example of, if you were to go out for fine dining and you had a great meal somewhere, and, you were so satisfied with the service, the meal, everything. Would you not call somebody, maybe a girlfriend or a guy friend, I don't know, somebody, and say, hey, you know what? I had a great time at this restaurant, great food, great service. You need to check it out. In the same way, you want to do that with your business. So, you call them up and say, hey, you know what? I just saw this opportunity. I've started my business. I think it's an incredible opportunity for retirement for me, or for, for whatever reason that is. And I think I want to share that with you. I want to share that with you. I want you to see that opportunity. So definitely reach out to family, friends, and close associates and share the opportunity. Okay. Thirdly, you want to start your list. Now, I actually use the list with even prospects before they actually become LCs, because that way it starts them in the culture of what we do. So if you have not started your list, though, you want to ensure that tonight you get that list started. So you write down your hot shot 7 names now, and your best 250 names that you want to contact, and you have them in the next 7 days. Your hotshot 7 is the first 7 people you really want to go out there and speak to. And of course, your best 250 names. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I do not know 250 people. But listen, you know 250 people. Let us dispel that myth right here and right now. You know 250 people. Like our CEO says, everybody goes on the list. Now, we also have a great tool in the back office. It's called the Memory Jogger. It's a really great way of, just as it says, jogging your memory to sort of get you started with that list. And it's really great to use. So check it out in the back office. And I want to say this very clearly. Your list is your lifeline. And without it, you will be out of business soon. So for some people who say, well, I've spoken to my friend or my mother or my, and I haven't, they don't like it, or they're not interested. Guess what? Where is your list? Do you have a list? Who is next on your list? You have to keep the process going. The only way of doing that is to have a list. So your list starts with whom you already know around the globe and people you meet or connect with on social media, email blasts, advertising, and branding parties. So start getting to that list tonight if you do not have that list. If you have a list and you need to keep building on that list, then keep building on your list. Number 4, schedule your home or online branding parties immediately. Now, we do have a great training video in the YouTube channel on virtual designer parties, so you want to go in there and look on that. We also have some great tools in the back office as well on hosting a branding party, and you can always get assistance from your upline. So a branding party it could be a launch party at a local bar or lounge. You invite friends, family to join you in the celebration. It's a nice casual way to introduce your business over some drinks, utilizing your products, lookbooks, videos, and websites. And again, like I said, the back office in the business in a file, there are some great tools on how to host a branding party. 5th is your pipeline. Okay, so keep your pipeline full at all times with 20 to 30 candidates at any given time. Utilize the following techniques to keep your prospecting pipeline full. And let's look at some of these techniques. So we spoke about this earlier, the 5 introductory emails before bed, or at lunchtime, sending out e-lookbooks to your product clients. So we do have the e-lookbooks in your back office, so that can be sent out to your product clients. You post again one of GWT's promoting flyers at least 3 times per week, and you contact your list and make appointments. So again, it's not going to happen if you've spoken to just a few people that you know and you say, well, they're not interested. No, you have to stick to that list and keep contacting people. So it's all about the number of contacts. It's a numbers game. So you have to ensure that you keep contacting, keep making appointments, keep sharing. Okay? And 6 here we have the branding party, which we spoke about earlier. Now the branding party can also be, you can be creative with that. If you don't want to host it yourself at your house, you can get a friend, family, colleague to host that for you. Or you can also do something at community events. You can set up a table at community events, at church events, wherever you feel like you can, you can use this as a tool. You can go ahead and use that and, do a nice display, set up your products and make some retail sales. Again, it has to be fun. Make it fun. People enjoy it. All you need is your products, music, refreshments, and of course, your biff and laptop to show the tour. Branding parties can also be done online. And like I mentioned, you can check out the YouTube channel for a video on virtual branding parties. Next, number 7, promote, promote, promote. You should always be promoting the next event, whether that is the next branding party you are hosting, other people are hosting, or special conference calls and webinars or hotel tours. We want to set the pace and trend for all your LCs and prospects by qualifying for the Diamond Challenge in the next 7 days and Ambassador Challenge in the next 30 days. So once you start that trend and create that culture in your team, you can experience lightning speed towards the 10K Freedom Club. Now we'll talk a little more about the speed of connectivity and the culture of your team as well, which we will do now. So culture of connectivity. It is important that we ensure that ourselves and our downline, our team, are on our calls. So Sunday night, Tuesday night culture, Tuesday night, Sunday night culture, Sunday night, Tuesday night culture. We need to get on the calls. If the time zones does not permit attending the company's webinar, start a local one in your area. Or even you can even do the recorded version and get your team together where they can listen to the recorded version. So it's important. Connectivity is important because it allows your team to know what's happening. It allows your team to keep informed and makes them a lot more confident in running their business. If you don't know what's happening with the products, with the events, how can you go out there and prospect and, speak to others about the business? So you need to be able to stay connected and know what's happening in our business. Also, the culture of connecting to your My5. So this is important as well. Knowing who your My5 are is vital, and we spoke about this earlier in terms of, call them up, contact them. I know for me, Regional Ambassador Sean Haynes is a very great My5. I'm able to call him and, ask him about, certain things if I have concerns about my business. I also get to speak with my upline, National Ambassador Reza Ms. Gallo. They're great support and they provide the information, the advice, and also they're available, so you want to ensure that you take advantage of your My5. They are there, use them. They want to be used, so use them, okay? Don't be afraid. Third, the culture of attending and promoting the next live event. So again, local, regional, national, and international seminars and conventions. So this is important. Connectivity equals retention and activity in your team, okay? So again, imagine that your team is not on the calls, they don't know what's happening, they have no clue as to what's going on in the business. What's going to happen is that they will most likely end up disappearing. But to ensure retention in your team, you want to ensure that your team is connected, they are attending events. And again, like I said earlier, events are a really great motivational tool. It really helps people stay focused and again, stay connected with business partners, with upline and so on. Okay, so that's important. Then the culture of speed. Your MO or method of operation will determine the speed of your team growth. If you are a diamond or immediately or within 30 days, that will be the culture of your team. With the help of your My5, it's time to set the following targets. Okay, so if you're not at the diamond level yet, you want to start setting those targets. When will I become a diamond by? When will I become a diplomat by? Ambassador, regional ambassador, make my first millions in earnings. This is important because targets, are important. It guides us. It gives us something to work towards. So if you have not set those targets, after this call tonight, sit down and start setting those targets. Tell your My5 about it so they can also assist to see how, that could be beneficial to you. Also, you want to refer to the Launchpad as I presented earlier for more details on how you can qualify and achieve each level. Some other information you want to put in there: my VDM launch date, my first business call date, my first Tuesday webinar date, my first Sunday webinar date, my first branding party date, my first income date. Now, these bits of information actually helps to create your story. It contributes to your story. So it's important to be able to, know those things so that when you're telling your story, you can share it and you can tell it, And also, of course, it helps your team because they also realize how focused you are and how guided you are. So that's really it for me for tonight. I really hope that this has been beneficial to you. And, I implore you again at the end of this call, set those targets. Those targets are important. Don't set a target for your next level though. Try to keep your eyes on two levels ahead or two levels above. Like the saying goes, aim for the moon. If you miss, you will land among the stars. So here's hoping that we're all among the stars and we're all working towards the billion. I wish you very well and success in your business. And I thank you for listening tonight. Sebastian, I now hand back over to you.
Wow. Well, I just want to take an opportunity right now, Solange, to acknowledge you for a fantastic training. You were absolutely brilliant. You were clear. And I think you got a lot of people excited tonight on this call. especially with all the amazing rewards and actions that they can take tonight. So, Solange, thank you for training tonight, and it was really fantastic. At this moment in time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask right now if anyone has any questions, please let me know. I'm going to spend a few minutes answering some questions. And at the end, after I've answered the questions, I will be shutting down the call. There are a few people, just to reiterate, someone asked, what is my five? And, this is a good question to ask and something that Solange really talked about in the call. But your my five, how I consider this or what I consider this to be is basically five people who are going to support you, work with you, train you, and help you get to your goals. So if you do not know who your my five is, what I recommend is please get back to the person who introduced you into this business and ask them, who is my five? And your my five are people who are going to work with you on a daily basis or a weekly basis, depending upon, how badly you want it and of course what your goals are. I have a lot of people saying that was a very good training, lots of good and helpful information, very informative. Wow, you were super, Solange. So, definitely some amazing feedback. For those of you on the call, this call was recorded. So if you need a copy of the recording, please get back to me and I can certainly pass that along to you. It does not look like we have any further calls, just more acknowledgement to Solange. Awesome job. Thank you. So, with that being said, guys, this is Sebastian Jimenez and I am signing off. Please feel free to, message me if you need that recording. But until then, to the billion, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much.